Welcome to my journey through the Bible. This will be applications you can apply to your life and a little more in depth about the chapter. We are in Deuteronomy 16, verses 1 through 22. And God wanted the Israelites to remember that they were in Egypt and they were in bondage. And God had set them free and gave them the beautiful land that was before them. Today, there is times that we have been so drowning in the sin and all being overwhelmed with all that life throws at us that we cry out to God. We ask Him for forgiveness of our sin. We ask Him to help us get out of debt and out of this mess and out of the situation that we are in. And God hears us and He's faithful to provide us a way out. There are times when we have been so low and in debt and in trouble that we call on family and friends to help us, and some of them do. And so when you are living well, when your life seems to be going good and you have been blessed, be sure not to forget that God was the one that helped you out of sin, helped you out of your situation. God placed friends and family members in your life to help you get out of the debt that you were in, to get out of the slum part of your life that you were in. And you don't forget them. Don't become so consumed with your good life that you forget who helped you get there, that you forget who backed you up and supported you. And we need to remember that we're nothing without God, but with Christ, we can do all things. And we need to remember that God is our provider. He is our protector. God will defend our enemies. He will defeat our enemies. And God is our rock. He is our shield. And God will put us back on higher ground. And for no other reason, we should worship Him for that. We should be grateful for what He is doing in our life, what He has done in our past life. And we need to know that God will never leave us. God will never fail us. God is always going to be there to see us through whatever comes our way in life. And then God asks for us to give a small amount. God asks us to give 10%. And some of you will say, oh, but 10% is just too much. I just can't give Him that much time, that much money, that much resources. Well, take a few minutes and look around your house. Look at all your clothes, your furniture, your belongings, your cars, your jobs, your family, your children. All of that came from God. And to ensure that we don't get caught up in our own life and our own stuff and the things that we have, God asks us to give Him just a little bit back so that we can remember that we have all these things because of God and God alone, because He has blessed us with this. And I think too many times we want to call on God when we need Him, when we're in trouble. God, help us, get me out of this situation. And then God does. And then we push Him over in a corner. And we leave Him there until we're in trouble again. And then we go pull Him out of that corner and say, oh God, I need You to help me, get me out of the situation again. Well, that's not how it works. If you are somebody's friend, somebody's spouse, and you are always taken from them, you never give them anything, you just take, and then push them in a corner when you don't need them, but then pull them back out again when you need something, and I need you to help me do this, I need you to help get this job done, I need you to give me money. And then you push them back in the corner. Guess what? That relationship is not going to stay very long. You're going to lose a friend. You're going to end up divorced. And so why would you think that you could try to have that kind of relationship with God? So we need to be sure that we are giving God back this small amount and that we're giving it to Him willingly and cheerfully. And then we are to do our part to get out and vote on the judges and the officers and our leaders, our presidents. We need to vote for the best one, because God tells us that we need to be fair and we need to be just in our decisions. And the people that we put in those positions, we need to make sure that they're going to be fair and they're going to be just, and they're not going to take bribes and favors and gifts from other people, because then that compromises their morals. And we need to realize that this world is only temporary. God's kingdom is just ahead. So we do what we can here. We try to be good when we can. We try to help out the poor and the needy. We try to do the best that we can at our job and be the best spouse and parent. And then we keep our eye on the prize. We keep our focus on God, who controls everything and says, you're only here for a little while, and then you'll be called home to a beautiful place where you will be free forever. May God be with you in everything and in every way.